Welcome to the 2022 Economic Depression and Preparation Channel. I'm your host, Tony. Thank you for joining me on this last day of August, August 31st, 2022. Please be sure to subscribe to support this channel and tell all your friends, neighbors, and cohorts that this is the place to come for the short, quick, true version of financial news that's going on, analysis, and I thank you for your support. Well, school is starting for a lot of people, colleges, universities, high schools, etc. And also job openings apparently have been topping the headlines. The news media today, CNBC.com, Spencer's is saying that job openings top 11.2 million in July, well above estimates and nearly double the available workers. So now they're spinning it as saying that it's not that so many people, so much a lot of Americans are unemployed. We have a lot of openings. As you see, we go to all these places like Home Depot and the fast food places and the lawn care companies. Everywhere is looking, saying they can't find workers. They're shutting down early. If you notice, they're reducing hours of critical city services like libraries and daycare centers and retail stores like 7-Eleven and all these other places because they're saying that they're having a hard time, quote unquote, hiring people. But guys, ladies and gentlemen, the truth is that yes, we have a lot of openings. That is true, job openings. But the problem is that people are resigning, the great resignation, or looking for outside work to help meet ends meet because these jobs that are open or job openings that are available are not enough to make ends meet. And about 2/3, or almost, I would say 85%, or the 90% of the country, the wages sustained in these job openings that they have here is not enough for full-time employment. Even if you manage to snag one of these openings at one of these retail, hospitality, travel that America's known for, um, the chances of you getting a 40-hour work week are slim to none. You'd be likely to get 30 hours or less. I know friends that are getting 28 hours, basically almost like a part-time worker in a lot of the jobs here as their second income. So you're not going to get the 40 hours, number one. And number two, these job openings are an illusion because a lot of people either wasn't able to get chose not to get the the shot, or they just resigned and got another job where they're able to make more, either remotely or working for another company, because everybody was switching jobs during that time, during the pandemic, the last year apparently. So now we're going into the third year of this pandemic, and we have the third year of this anemic job growth, and all of the money has been spent. Less than half of Americans support Biden's plan to forgive the $10,000 to $20,000 of student loans per borrower. President Biden's plan. Listen, I don't get political on this channel. I don't have a dog in the fight, but I will say that I'm neither for nor against it. But I do think it's appropriate that some forgiveness for the students is needed, because you have to look at it this way. Even if you go to professional school, law, medicine, engineering, etc., most students come out with above $50,000 in loans in debt. That's just the bottom line. Even if you go to in-state school, these professional schools cost, if you go, especially if you go to an Ivy League or something like that, or a high-end professional school, these professional schools cost in tuition alone $30,000, $40,000 a year, not counting room and board and everything else, and you guys know it. So since most of Americans go to professional school because they want to earn more money, of course, and make a living, which is great, they're going to come out with that heavy debt, 100K, 200K, sometimes even 300K of debt for all of these professional degrees, whether it's a PhD, a JD, a MD, or some combination of thereof, or an engineering degree, or even a liberal arts degree, like I said. So that means that they're starting off already out the gate 200, 300K, 100K in debt, not even counting the mortgage or any kind of excessive payments, big ticket items, cars, and everything else. So that doesn't help our workforce be able to get ahead. At the same time, I understand people's arguments that say, "Oh, I paid cash and I paid for my college, and I worked my way through school." But we're in different times right now. Ever since the government got in the student loan borrowing, every university in the United States raised their rates and continue to raise their rates. So we're no longer in a time where people can pay for their classes per credit hour, even in an in-state school. It's just not feasible if you want to graduate in a fair amount of time, under 5 years, with a bachelor's or a master's or a doctorate or whatever else you want to get. And that delays your time that we need more workers to be competitive in the global market, as you know. So guys, this is exciting. Unfortunately, guys, this is going to mean that inflation is going to inflate our economy. This is going to continue to cause inflation. Inflation is going up. They have to pay for this. Someone has to pay for this. And you know what I find ironic is, okay, guys, we gave a lot of money to Ukraine. We gave billions to Ukraine. We gave billions to bail out the banks, billions to bail out the corporate entities, right? And nobody complained about that. Now, all of a sudden, we have all these other people complaining about a measly $10,000, which is great. Thank God for it. But it's not going to erase totally the debt that these households have in student loans. I know for me too, it's not going to release. It's not going to. It's great, but it's not going to forgive. They're not saying they're going to forgive all the balance, but he had to do something, of course, because the midterms are coming up, as you know, and it's not going to be enough to quell the stem the tide against re-election or anything like that. I don't think, but at least he's trying to do something to help forgive something, because everybody else has got a bailout. The students, they haven't got a bailout, but this is a start in the right direction to at least alleviate some of the pain experienced by the students being taken advantage of, and some of these universities giving them worthless degrees that are promising them something that a rainbow and a puffy rainbows and clouds is just not possible for millions of Americans right now. So we'll come back to that a little bit later. But guys, I just want to say that United States is not the only one heading into a recession. This is a worldwide recession, but Europe is going to feel it too as well. And the UK and Europe and the United States is going to feel it more than so the other countries in the world, because the other countries in the world are already used to being on a lower standard of living. We're not. Inflation is going to continue to coincide with a downturn. And, we just don't have the disposable income here, guys. When energy costs go up, I just talked. I heard someone commented yesterday that eggs was like $8 where he was, or $9 or $10 almost. Jay commented last time on my video. So I mean, eggs have gone up, meat has gone up, energy has gone up, light bill has gone up at least $20, $30, $40 these last couple of summer months, and no one's getting a break. Everybody's in the heat wave. First it was the Northeast was in the heat wave, then it was the Midwest, now it's in the West, San Diego, LA County, all the way up through most of California is under some type of excessive heat warning or heat watch. So nobody's getting a break on the power bill this month and next month. And wildfires, if it's not between that and the food and transportation costs. So guys, we are really, really, really getting the short end of things here. And so we have to continue to prepare. I specifically want to tell you guys to continue to get food, water, security, medicine, and also winter clothes and winter things to help you if you're in one of those states where you have to use heating oil and all of that, because prices are going to double on that, and especially after the midterms, and we get into the deep of winter. Prices are going to go back up on gas above $4 a gallon. I guarantee you, after all this stuff shakes down, and that's not including a black swan event that could happen in the next couple of months. Let me know as we head into September and October, what black swan event do you think is going to happen? The stock market going to crash 1,000 points each day a week, or is it going to be some type of other conflict besides the Ukraine conflict that opens up another door that we had to spend more money in America? Let me know what you think the next Black Swan event as we head into the fall is going to be. Well, hope you guys started off the week strong. We're past Hump Day Wednesday. We're heading toward Friday. God bless. I'll talk to you very soon.